Thank you so much to Kiana and Jude.
Hey, thank you, Nicole, and thank you, Lightworks, for having us. What we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit differently. In this world of online and video calls, we could have gone with the typical kind of PowerPoint presentation, but what Kiana and I wanted to do was we came up with a way to not only spotlight some of our collaborative and communication hybrid classrooms and conference rooms. We did a quick recording to show how easy it is to actually make a virtual online studio for your online, Teams and Zooms and things like that. So without further ado, we just wanted to kind of set the stage for this recording. And then it's about a 6-minute recording, but it really does, I think, kind of give the overall picture of what you can do in your space and really make it look like a broadcast style production without the $60,000 and $50,000 kind of a price tag that goes along with it. So I believe either Nicole or someone else has our video ready to play there. Hopefully the quality will come through on the broadcast, but we're just going to kind of hope. This is the first time we're doing this, so just bear with us if the quality is not 100%. But yeah, we'll sit back and we'll kind of dive into it. And then what we'll do is after the video is done playing, then we'll do it like a nice questions and answer, and really dive into exactly what it took, to do it, and any questions that you guys might have. So go ahead, take it away.
Hi, and welcome to SNN, the Sony News Network. I'm Jude Vargo, along with Kiana Pampa, to bring our first webisode of highlighting new ways of working. We will be discussing how collaboration and communication has changed over the last 18 months, and how Sony is helping you to better collaborate and communicate remotely.
Long history of innovation in display and broadcast technology, we have been able to bring you our Bravia Professional Series displays. Our excellent picture quality has the power to transport viewers, but we took that even further by pioneering the first ever micro LED technology. This has allowed us to bring our crystal LED displays to life, providing captivating imagery with amazing contrast. With the latest introduction to CLED B and C, we're happy to support a virtual production experience. But where does a typical end user take advantage of these technologies with limited space or staff?
The global impact of COVID-19 has transformed the landscape for collaborating and communicating remotely. Needs for safe and hybrid environments have been increasing. Sony's hands-free hybrid solutions help companies to build a touchless hybrid space to connect with our people on-site or remotely. Our unique technologies provide high-quality images and audio without any operation and keep people in person and attending remotely engaged.
Jude and I can also help you build out spaces using our video, audio, and display technology to fit small to large spaces. Now let's talk about our key technology components that bring hybrid spaces to life, starting with display technology. We have a full lineup of professional displays ranging from 32 inches all the way to 100 inches. But why do our displays stand out from the competition? They come with a 3-year advanced replacement warranty, which can be extended to up to 5 years. This is huge, especially if your refresh cycle is between 3 to 5 years. You have peace of mind knowing that Sony will be there every step of the way. With common feature sets like Pro Mode that allow you to lock down settings from end users to ensure that the display in the room works every single time. Convenient IP control for remote support, so all of my IT staff out there, you can remotely monitor or troubleshoot your Pro Bravia display from the comfort of your office or even at home. There is even built-in Google Cast and Apple AirPlay. Combined with our system-on-chip technology, it provides excellent performance when casting from wireless devices and eliminates the need for external boxes, which ultimately means fewer points of failure.
Now let's transition into the audio. We are using from our virtual studio, Sony's Beamforming Ceiling Microphone with advanced speech reinforcement and clear recording technologies. It enables true hands-free lectures and presentations. Now this mic is super easy to install thanks to the help of Dante and power over Ethernet. So all you need is just a single Cat5e or higher cable for power, for control, and transmission of audio. Despite its small form factor, the added software feature packs a big punch, like ambient noise filter that automatically detects and filters out intermittent the distracting sound, such as the typing of a keyboard, the clicking of a mouse, the turning of pages. We've also added bass boost that enhances audio quality for clear and easy listening with adjustable levels.
Now, let's move on to the next hardware component, which is our network cameras. Again, these devices are managed over IP.
Do you see a pattern here?
Yes, that's right. It's easier than ever to provide remote support and abide by social distancing guidelines. We have even added a fixed camera to our lineup with a wide viewing angle in instances where pan and tilt are not needed.
This leads me to the fun part. REAC1000 ties the full story together. The appliance box can perform chroma keyless CG overlay, which we are taking advantage of right here and now to elevate this presentation. You can use this in your boardroom, in your classroom, your all-hands meeting, or even a home office.
At this point, we want to show you how our at-home studio looks like. All you need is the Edge Analytics appliance, which is the brains of the studio, connected to a 4K HDMI camera, a Mac or PC for setup and configuration. For audio, of course, we are agnostic. You can use any microphone or repurpose something that you already have, or even take advantage of the MASA 100 beamforming microphone we just presented.
So let's show you how easy it is to reconfigure a new virtual background. Hey, so what we're going to do now is we're going to play a little game like The Price is Right. In the chat window, if you guys could put in what you think the solution actually costs, we will reach out to you with the closest who doesn't go over the list price of the full solution. So if you remember, the full solution is our PTZ camera, our IP beamforming microphone, and our Edge Analytics appliance box, along with the CG chroma keyless overlay license. And the winners are going to have their choice of either noise canceling headphones that are over the ear or ones that are in ear. So give us your best guess. The list price of the REAC 1000 is only $3,099, but if you call in the next 30 minutes, your Sony authorized retailer will give you a super special pricing. Feel free to check us out on pro.sony.com or by calling us directly. This includes our special edition of SNN, and now over to sports with Rich Ventura.
Hey there, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Okay, great. So sorry, like I said, this is our first time we're working out the kinks, and Kiana and I are not on-air talent for Sony. This is literally something we tried to put together, and we did our best with our own kind of version of a teleprompter, but we really wanted to show, everyone on this call that you don't need a broadcast degree to be able to do something like we did. And I think it shows that really well. For the contest, I just want to reiterate, because I know on my end it was a little bit hard. The audio was cutting in and out with the music and things like that. So we want you to guess the full solution of the list price. So the full solution was the PTZ camera, or a PTZ camera, the Srg Xp1, Edge Analytics appliance, which is known as REAC 1000, and the IP beamforming microphone, which is known as the MASA 100. So just throw it out there, and we'd love for you guys to be able to win this price. We did mention a little bit of a cheat sheet. We did mention what the list price of the REAC 1000 was, but don't forget you have to add the PTZ on the camera as well as the microphone. So yeah, so I really want to open it up to see what you guys thought. For one, if you guys want to give us comments on our acting, because we're not going to win any Emmys. But wanted to know what you guys thought and how the production kind of was viewed from the far end.
Marielle, Nicole, can you give some feedback?
I'm looking at some feedback and from the audience, and people say it looked great, but some people said the audience wasn't that great, the audio wasn't that great,
Mhm.
and the lighting was okay.
So we really wanted to emphasize, no, those are really, really good comments and feedback. The audio on it was, like, you know, that is our IP beamforming microphone. It typically, we can make it sound a lot more clear than that. That space that we were using was literally Kiana's living room. And the space was a big open space with no carpeting, like, you know, nothing of, like, it was kind of just a blank space. And there was a lot of echo in there. I think there's a lot of tweaks we can do with the, like, you know, a lot of, like, the GUI that comes with the IP beamforming mic. And we can really get that sounding a little bit, like, you know, less echoey. Echo cancellation on when you do broadcast through Teams or Zoom, there are, like, you know, DSPs within those, I guess, collaboration, like, platforms that are going to lessen that audio too. So for the most part, yeah, I think we can do a little better next time. But I think I really just wanted to show that you have basically just a blank wall. It's not a green screen. It's not multiple people running on the back end, the control in the green screen. The presentation that was behind us that was not overlaid after in post-production. This was a one-shot deal that we literally did on the fly. So the only thing we did edit in was the cut over to, like, you know, when the Price is Right came on, we did cut over to that because it was a different green screen virtual background, but it was basically just a toggle and a click over. So yeah, whether you're in a classroom, whether you're in a conference room, it's very easy to do, or even your home office. Like, you know, if you're trying to, like, you know, get a good quality broadcast over to the far end, I think it does, like, you know, gives you a lot of creativity to be able to make your presentation a lot more dynamic and not just the typical, like, PowerPoint behind you. So Kiana, did you want to add anything as far as comments or anything from a technical side?
So basically in the video, you did see the shot of my living room. So it was literally like a blank wall canvas. This is really easy to replicate at home. It's very similar to Teams or Zoom virtual backgrounds where you don't need professional lighting or professional audio or even any broadcast experience. The whole point is that you're getting an immersive experience, even if you're not in the room with the presenter. And then on top of that, you can have a lot of fun with it by creating different backgrounds. The way that we're a little bit different from Teams or Zoom is the fact that you can have multiple layers. And what I mean by that is that you can add a background plus video plus your PowerPoint and text on your lower thirds. Everything is drag and droppable. Again, you don't need any broadcast experience to use this. So hopefully you liked it, and if you do want to see this product a little bit further, I do have this configured here in my home office. I'm always open to providing live virtual demos here from my home office so that you can see firsthand how the product works.
Thank you, Kiana. I'm not sure why my video isn't working. I don't know. I think you guys just see my splash screen there, so I apologize on that. But technical difficulties are part of the game these days. So yeah, just really wanted to, you know, if there's any more questions, we're here to answer them. Also, if you'd like to see that demo, we can set it up in as easy and as fast as a half an hour to really get a full gist of not only the CG overlay, but the auto tracking, as well as the handwriting extraction. Those are two very popular licenses that are sold along with the REAC 1000. So yeah, those, I guess, come in very handy for other applications within the classroom.
Can you tell us about display availability?
Absolutely. I'm so glad you brought that up because it is the hot button on everyone's mind. We did not really use the confidence monitor on this one, but we do have our Bravia commercial panels, which we are selling a ton of right now. We have inventory in certain sizes that's available right now. Our lead time right now is about 4 to 6 weeks on most of our products. Some of the projectors are a little bit longer in that 6 to 8 week category. But from what I understand in the industry, that is relatively a shorter lead time from some of the other, I guess, like manufacturers that are out there. So like, please work with me. I'm happy to get you and your customers inventory. I know that, like, the customers on this call are probably like, we need inventory now. So yeah, just get with your Lightworks rep and we'll definitely make it happen what we can. We did introduce some new lines of displays as far as some sizes go. So we have from 32 inches all the way to 100 inches now. The 100 inches should be back in stock, I would say, in about that same kind of lead time, about 4 weeks. So we're really excited. We've already sold a ton of those since they're launching just a couple months ago. And of course, we have our projector line, which is a very important line as well. It's a 5-year advanced replacement warranty on those projectors. So like Kiana mentioned in the video, the displays have a 3-year or 5-year advanced replacement warranty. It's a 3-year standard. Our projectors have a standard 5-year advanced replacement warranty. So like full suite of solutions and products available for you guys. And we're really excited, to work with you.
Excellent. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you maybe walk through the elements that were used one at a time, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. So Kiana, if you want to walk through the way that it was, like we set it up, from a technical standpoint, and kind of go into it, it is really just 3 products.
Sure. So starting with the Edge Analytics Appliance, which is basically the brains of the whole operation. From there, you need a camera via HDMI into the appliance. For the raffle, we wanted to know the list price of the Srg Xp1. But the cool thing about this is that you can definitely repurpose any camera that you have in your space. You just need to have an HDMI input. It doesn't even have to be a pan or tilt camera, just anything with 4K is recommended. And then from there, the Edge Analytics Appliance analyzes the data and basically analyzes the room that you have. And then any moving objects, including props or humans, right? As long as you don't match or blend in with your background, you will be overlaid in front of that background. And then from there, we have the audio component. Of course, it's recommended that you use a microphone, especially when you are using it for video conferencing or presentations. And again, with the microphone, you can just add a headset if you wanted to. If you're just one person, you can use our Beamforming Microphone, which is, again, part of the raffle, the list price of the MASA 100. And we do have a 3.5 millimeter into the Edge Analytics Appliance so that you can easily just add whatever audio you have in your space. So making it really easy to repurpose this. The only thing you really need is the REAC 1000, and everything else is like you can build it on your own. But again, for the raffle, REAC 1000, Srg Xp1, MASA 100.
A little bit too about the prize as well. So they are a pair of noise canceling headphones. And I guess I'd like to give the owner or the winner an option to do whether they want the in-ear or the over-the-ear. I know certain listeners like either over-ear or in-ear. I myself like the over-the-ear ones, but they are really, really good headphones, especially for if you're on video calls. They're very lightweight and they're very comfortable to wear. So yeah, absolutely. So what we'll do is I don't know if we're going to announce the winner on. I'm going to take a second, Kiana, and I'll take a second to tally up the all of the guesses, and then what we'll do is we'll circle back with Nicole as soon as we can, and then we'll announce the winner of who won.
Is this in lieu of the giveaway?
Well, no, this is going to be the giveaway. So I just need a second to, if we can just. I just need to look at the chat window and see what the guesses are, and then the closest one. Just if you can give me just maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'll do that.
We have another question from Sarah. Do
Sure.
you expect any changes in your projector line in the next few months?
The only change we are slated to have, and that's probably going to be closer towards the end of the year, is in our FHZ70 and FHZ75 line. We're going to be switching. It's going to be a newer model, and then those will be probably phased out. Within the first probably our first quarter of the new year. So we'll have more information on those. just basically like, we're just going to be, slightly changing the model. I don't have a lot of information on that yet. They typically wait until probably October to make that announcement. So as soon as we have, I guess, official word on what those changes are, we'll probably have a press release. If you want, please reach out to myself or work with your Lightworks representative, and they'll reach out to me, and we'll be able to get you all the new specs on those new models. But that's the only change right now. As of all the other ones, the PHC50 and PHC60, those are our hot buttons right now for 5,000 and 6,000 lumen, and then all the way up to our 10,000 4K cinema projectors. Those are all pretty much have just been introduced in the past 6 months.
What's new at Sony? So most recently, we just launched our new series of displays. So historically, we've had the BZ35F and the BZ40J and H line. We now introduced a mid-range series, which is the 30J model. And this one would be more in line as to a mid-level series with around 400 nits. If you're not familiar with our Sony Bravias, I definitely recommend that you go ahead and, check them out, go to our website and do a little bit of research because they're amazing picture quality. You have a 3-year advanced replacement warranty, and it's honestly one of my favorite products. I do have one of them in like every room in this house, but the reason why the 30J is the best one thus far is because it's really cost effective, and especially with that 3-year advanced replacement warranty, you do have that peace of mind that Sony's going to be with you every step of the way. And you can extend it for an additional 2 years for a total of 5 years advanced replacement. So if anything goes wrong with your device, we're not, repairing your display, you will just get an advanced shipment unit and then you send back the defective one. So I think that's an amazing thing. And then especially with cost. So everyone historically, when they think of Sony, they don't think of us as being price competitive, but the 30J really gets us there comparable to price. So again, recommend checking that display out.
Kiana, we have a question in the chat regarding your camera that's on your desk below your display.
Oh, yeah. This is the Srg Xp1. I'll go ahead and unplug it since I have like multiple areas of setup, but it's a small form factor USB camera. But the cool thing is that it is PoE plus. It does have USB 3.0 out and HDMI, and then it's also a streaming camera. So you can go to the IP address and set up the stream. And then right now we just launched another application called our virtual webcam driver that can take any of our X series cameras, so this one included, and any of our BRC or Srg X series cameras to basically add a virtual driver to any video conferencing platform. So you can just select it as a device as long as the device is on your network and accessible. You can basically use it as a webcam as well. So it's a great way to bypass that USB connection. We're no longer limited to the USB 3.0 link. So this is really cool. 102-degree viewing angle, and it's super small and compact. I'm seeing these more installed in a lot of manufacturing plants for remote, production. Especially like say for example, if they need really high quality, this camera does go up to 4K. So if you're looking at a manufacturing plant, you really want to look at and examine everything in the area. These are pretty cool and come in handy.